Good morning guys, welcome to the first Australia vlog. What? Today is the 2nd of January, it is currently 20 to 8 AM and I am setting off to Australia today. I'm flying from Manchester to Melbourne via Dubai, and it is going to take me until 1:30 in the afternoon tomorrow UK time, which is 11 PM Melbourne time. A long journey, but I am about ready to go. I'm trying really hard to not get upset because I'm so excited about this, but like I hate saying goodbye. I just struggle with it so much, so I'm trying not to think about it. I have Tom here as well, and I just think that I'd rather say goodbye to everybody all at once than I've said goodbye to Tom last night and got upset, and then goodbye to my parents and got upset. My mum isn't coming with me to the airport, my dad's just taking me because my mum would get really like emotional. And that really wouldn't help me, so we're going to say goodbye here. Then my mum can get emotional after I've left. The hardest thing to say goodbye to is definitely going to be the dog, 100%. I am pretty much all packed. All of these bags look absolutely full to bursting, which is a really fun time because that wasn't the aim. These two I'm carrying like just as hand luggage onto the plane. This bag is being checked in. I've downloaded probably about 24 hours worth of stuff off Netflix and BBC iPlayer. I've downloaded 10 episodes of Waterloo Road, a whole series of The Crown, the entire film of The Great Gatsby, half a series of Unbelievable, 3 podcasts and 5 albums. So I'm hoping that's enough maybe to not be bored. I don't know, I feel like it's going to be a long journey. This is the outfit that I've gone for. I've got this Hard Rock t-shirt tucked into these very flared trousers, and then I actually have just bought myself a plain black like Adidas hoodie because I actually never owned like just a plain black hoodie, and I'm taking that as like a jacket because I'm not taking any form of coat because it's Australian summer, but I know that it will get chillier in the evenings and stuff, so I figured a hoodie was like a good win-win. This is the height of fashion, but I like this hoodie, I don't even care. I miss you. I miss you too. What are you going to do in the 6 weeks that I'm not here?
Have a party every single day.
That's the least you think to ever do. You're not going to do that.
I am going to...
You probably won't even go to any parties.
Probably not.
You actually probably won't.
Harry will invite me to some of his 6th form parties.
Yeah. So how weird is this, guys, for you? The Christmas tree's still up. When I'm leaving, the Christmas tree's up. This is how long ago this is. Like, I feel like right now this is normal, but...
No, don't deny it. You just keep your tree up in February.
Yeah, it's actually February, guys, and the tree's still up. Try not to get too upset. Bye, little bear. I love you. See you soon. Yes, I will.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
We have just, like, left our street. Honestly, what's upsetting me the most is the dog, because you can talk to a human but you can't text the dog, and it makes me really sad. I don't know how people like move away. You know, when I move out, I'm just gonna have to bring the dog with me. Try and stop crying now because I'm not sad, like I feel excited. I hate saying goodbye. It's fine. We're heading to Manchester Airport now, which I'm actually really glad that we're flying out of Manchester because when I get back I'm landing into Heathrow, and that is like over double the length of time. Sorry, Dad. Don't have anything else to update you on, so I'll probably talk to you when I get to the airport now. We are at bag check. I'm flying with Emirates. I've actually never flown Emirates before, but I've never flown anywhere this far before. Like, I've only ever flown to America with like Virgin, so whole new experience. Okay, bag is checked in. Dad's about to leave me.
I'm about to leave.
You're not gonna cry, are you? I'm gonna really try to not cry because I just think it's embarrassing. Like, I'm on my own now. I don't want to walk through the rest of the airport like, oh. Right, this is me saying goodbye, so I don't have to film it again. I'll see you in 6 weeks. Dubai? Dubai? So, first thing I've forgotten, which is actually pretty crucial, my adapter for my Mac. I don't have the dongle that you need to plug in a USB or to plug in like a memory card or anything, so I'm hoping they sell them in the airport. Like, it's going to be expensive, but I need to buy one. I was so sure that I packed it. Clearly not. £109. I'm not buying it from there. The guy was like, oh, they do sell them cheaper further in the airport, so I'm just going to hope that like I can find the other shop because I'm not spending £100 because I forgot my plastic thing. I am in the lounge. I don't know if I told you in this vlog, I definitely told you in a different video that I paid £20 to upgrade to sit in the lounge because it's a long flight and I felt a bit of luxury before I got on. It was needed. So I've just got myself some breakfast. It's a bit of a bizarre breakfast, but I basically got scrambled egg and beans on toast. They didn't have any toast, so I just put it on this bread roll, bread cake, whatever you call that. And then I also got some pastries. I've got like an hour and a half in here, so I might go back for seconds. They have just called my gate. It's here, Dubai, gate number 12. Literally, I kept looking for Melbourne. I was like, why isn't Melbourne on here? Duh. So this is me showing you guys that I had no overhead storage space on this flight at all. I had to sit with my backpack at my feet the whole way to Dubai. Thank God the food was good.
If you're connected to another flight, simply follow this.
How's your day been? Thought I'd just call you. Good, a bit bored, I won't lie, but good. I am in Dubai. I've never been to Dubai before, but I just called home. I just called my mum to let her know that I was here, and then I called Tom just to chat to him. But my gate has just opened for the Melbourne flight, but I don't want to get on it yet because they've opened the gate like an hour early, but I want to like walk around a little bit because I've got to stay on this one for like 14 hours, this flight. So I'm going to get a McDonald's and then I'm going to board because the McDonald's is like a bit of a walk over there. So I figured by the time I've got my food and then walk back, it'll be alright, but I just feel like this flight is going to take forever. I have just boarded the second flight. I actually was one of the first to board. It was such a rush. I was like sitting down in the lounge waiting for it to be called, and it was like zone F, which is me. So I'm on, it's exactly the same plane. I'm sat in exactly the same seat. Crying child. So here's a little what I got in my flight bag. I won't lie, the eye mask came in very handy. And as you can see, 11,000 kilometers to go to Melbourne. The takeoff from Dubai airport, guys, was just stunning. This is one of the most beautiful flight takeoffs I've ever had. You can see the Burj Khalifa, you can see the whole skyline. Dubai just looked incredible. I have arrived in Melbourne and boy do I have two stories to tell you guys. It was a disaster from getting off the plane to getting here. I've cried again, and now I'm okay. I'll explain it all tomorrow. Okay, it's the next day. Story time alert. I thought I would come outside to tell you because it's quite a weird story, and it's a long one, and I'm in a hostel with new people, although I am going to do a room tour later on because I have actually made good friends with them, but I thought it would still be nice to just come out here so I could fully explain it. Basically, I arrive in Melbourne airport and I go through the like customs, the immigration, and the lady pulls me over to one side and she's like, oh, you need to talk to somebody different. And I was like, oh, okay. Thinking like, you know, it's just procedure. They sometimes do random spot checks. I thought it was that kind of thing. Anyway, so she starts asking me all of these random questions and I'm like, why is she asking me these questions? So I was there and I was answering them because I was like, well, all I can really do in this situation is be honest. And she was asking me all about my job because on the plane I'd had to fill in this little card, like a entry card, saying like my job and stuff. So I just put self-employed because technically I am, and I was going to put student, but I thought no, I don't want to lie about it, like they'll match it up with what I put on my visa. Anyway, so she pulls me to one side and she's like, oh, you've got the complete wrong visa, you can't enter Australia on this visa because you're technically working there. And I was like, oh, I'm not working out there, like I'm not on a working visa. And she was like, well, if you're filming it and that's your job, then you are working there, which I hadn't even thought about because I just hadn't thought about it like that. So anyway, she was like, oh, I'm going to put you in this separate room and we need to get the police to come and talk to you. So at this point I was nervous, so I was like, oh my god. So I started crying because by this point I've been up for 36 hours and I just wanted to get here. Anyway, so she pulls me over and she sits and she speaks to me about how like it's actually a crime and all of this stuff, and if this happened again I'd have to be sent to like a detention centre before they sent me back to the UK and all of this. And I was like, oh my god, what the hell, I literally just made a mistake. I didn't realise that this like vlogging classed as me coming out here to work. So because I'm getting upset and she can see I'm getting upset, she just let me go and she was like, look, just don't do it again, like whatever. So I get through, collect my bags, all of this stuff, and then I go out to the taxi rank, and this is where this story gets way worse, and I turn on my back for 2 minutes while I'm looking for the taxi. Not even 2 minutes, probably like 30 seconds, literally 30 seconds. and within that 30 seconds somebody stole my purse out of my backpack, which was a rookie error on my part because it was like in my bag, like my actual handbag, so I didn't have a lock on it, like a travel lock. And luckily, this was just a jammy fluke, luckily I had my passport in my hand, because all day it wasn't really like a purse as such, it was like a little wallet, and it had all my documentations in it, all of my cash and my passport. But at this time my passport was in my hand, so that got stolen with all of my cash in it, $300, all of my documentation, my e-hit card, which obviously I didn't need to get into this country, but I just carry it around with me everywhere anyway when I'm traveling. And the irony of that is that when I was filming my pack with me, I said, oh, it would really suck if I lost this because that would really mess my trip up. And then I went, but it's okay because I've never lost it. That is an essential part of traveling. If I lose this, we are screwed. But I'm not going to lose this because I've never lost it, so it's fine. It got stolen at Melbourne Airport. Couldn't report it to the police because there was nobody working there, and I couldn't report it to the airport staff because there was nobody through the terminal, and I couldn't go back through security obviously. So I was getting really stressed. I was crying again, second cry of the night. Rang my mum. She obviously couldn't help me from the other side of the world, so I rang the taxi driver that was meant to be picking me up, and I was like, what should I do in this situation? And he was lovely. Shout out to Clive, he was amazing. Helped me out as best he could, gave me a number to call today. I tried to call him today and it didn't go through, so I think I'm just going to claim it against my insurance, because luckily no cards were stolen. All my bank cards are in a separate thing, so I luckily had separated them. But yeah, it was just an awful 45 minutes. I cried twice. I was exhausted. I was so jet lagged. I just wanted to be at home, like I just wanted to be back at home, and I thought this is just a sign that this trip is going to go awfully. But now it's going really good, and I've made good friends with my people in my hostel. I'm probably going to film with them today, maybe just like get them in the vlog. Negative story time over, but would it be a Molly trip if something like this didn't happen? It wouldn't, although I've never had anything stolen before. I've never ever had anything stolen from me. Anyway, I'm gonna go back into the hostel now. I'm staying in the YHA in Melbourne. It's really nice actually. And this is with the Welcome to Travel tour that I'm starting on Monday. And then it was breakfast time, and the breakfast in the hostel was actually really good. It didn't have any food, so I just ate there, and then we explored the city a little bit. And we went to the markets. That was like our first stop. I went with the people from my room and people that I met at breakfast. And yeah, we were just having a little explore of Melbourne. We are at Queen Victoria Market, is that what it's called? Yeah. And I'm with the guys from the hostel who I haven't introduced. So do you want to introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Jack and I'm Instagram famous now.
This is Jack, this is Tom, this is Julia, and this is this is Ellie. And we're currently waiting for one of our other friends that's potentially doing our tour. She's doing our tour. Yeah. Jana. We don't know what she looks like, so we just arranged a place to meet. But basically, this is the first time I've been out into Melbourne. Obviously, when I arrived last night, it was dark, so I hadn't seen anything, hadn't been anywhere, and this is a very good first impression. This is like probably the most famous thing here, the most like talked about thing. So yeah, it's really nice. Such a cool vibe. Really like this. We've come sightseeing in Melbourne and found ourselves in H&M. But look at this H&M, look at this. This is like bougie as. I'm thinking of H&M in my local town and it does not look like this. What is that? Go on. We have found a very cool alleyway. It's covered in like graffiti, but it's like really nice, like street food kind of vibe. City, guys, this is so nice. It's also clouded over and kind of cooled off, which is actually really nice to walk in. This is the outfit I have on today. I've got this t-shirt on with these denim shorts, and I was actually really quite chilly when I was in the city because it really chilled off and the wind was really cold. This is the dorm room. I don't know if you'd call it a dorm room, basically like the room that we're staying in. There is 4 of us in here, which is really nice. It's small, but it's not bad at all. Like, it's clean, you've got a clothes rail, you've got a desk, you've got a window. This is the YHA room, and it is an all girls room. It's actually not like single sex like accommodation, but it just happens that there's 4 girls in here. There's me and a girl called Ellie, both from Britain, and then England, a girl called Julia from Germany, and a girl called Hayley from Canada. So really mixed but really nice. Everybody's lovely, and then the rest of our tour are also all staying in this hostel, so we've already met most of them. But everybody's really nice, really lovely. It's incredibly warm in here. We've got this fan, but there is no air conditioning. and I look like a greasy mess, but I feel like this whole series of travel vlogs is just going to be that, a greasy mess. This is more of like an introductory vlog. This is like a travel vlog rather than like a Australian typical vlog, like where I'm going to be doing a tour or something exciting and adventurous. This is more like getting here and getting settled and what a mess it has been, because it has been a bit of a mess and it wasn't easy. Last night was hard, like I won't lie. But the whole airport situation I struggled with. So we've just got a bit of chill time now. We were exploring all of this morning, and then we have decided that tonight the 7 of us that were out are gonna like convene on the rooftop, because this has like a rooftop balcony, this hostel, which is really nice, I think. And we're gonna get together there. We've bought a couple of drinks and stuff, and we're just gonna carry on getting to know each other before the tour starts. So it's Saturday currently, and the tour starts on Monday. And the reason I got here like 3 days early was because I was attempting to beat jet lag, but last night I literally got 3 hours of sleep. Even though I was so tired from the flight, I woke up at 6 AM and I was just like, I wanted to sleep in. We have just gone to Aldi in the pouring rain, which was not what I signed up for. These guys are still laughing at me for vlogging. But basically I'm with these guys. We're all wearing like the warmest clothes that we brought with us, because I did not anticipate it being this cold and rainy. But we've got like food for today and tomorrow, cereal and stuff like that. We're having scrambled eggs for breakfast. We're eating good today. I'm taken aback by the rain. Like I just did not expect it to be pouring down with rain, but you know what, it's fine. Thought I'd show you what I got in Aldi, even though it is essentially the same as in England. But this cereal, which is Sugar Puffs with a different name, unnecessarily large. Like I don't know why the box is so big, but yeah, these tropical fruit juice, which make me look like a 6-year-old with a packed lunchbox. But yeah, they're actually really nice. Had one of those at breakfast. I'm having another one now because they're tiny. Then I got these Oat Bars, which are incredibly dry, but they're quite nice. They just taste like literal oats with chocolate chips in, but they don't really have much flavour. Got some bread. I probably should have left this in the hostel kitchens, but we couldn't really work out the shelf situation, so I thought because it doesn't need to go in the fridge, it could just live in here. Then I got these apples, and I think that's pretty much it. Everything's living on this little shelf in the, I was going to call it a wardrobe. It's not really a wardrobe, is it? Or is that like the lockers? And Ellie's over here. I really like Ellie's outfit. Big fan. And then pretty much the whole group of us went to play crazy golf at a place called Holy Moly Golf, which I really recommend. Is that how unnecessary this cocktail is?
It's pretty insane.
Yeah, it is. I don't think I'm going to eat all these sweets though, because I low-key don't really like them. But...
Do you like sherbet?
No.
That's a shame.
Wow, I've got a whole camera team now.
Thank you.
Oh, you did that actually really easily. I thought it was going to be really bad.
I love sweet sherbet.
I don't know what they are. What else is on there?
I can make it up for you.
Yeah, go on.
Rainbow present swirls.
Yeah, very nice.
Blue Lagoon.
Yeah, very nice. Cola bottle, that's a cola bottle there.
Little fan, sweet fan, and yeah.
This is the most complicated crazy golf. Oh my god, that was so good. That was amazing. Oh, I get it. They're all golf jokes. Yeah. Wow. We look like we've cooked for about 100 people. 7 up the whole hostel if anybody wants any. As you can kind of see, that night we all cooked together. We did pasta. We tried to do like tomato and chicken pasta, but I'm not gonna lie to you guys, it just wasn't that nice. I think the sauce was kind of grim, but like, we ate it anyway. We're trying goo. Looks like this. It's red. And I actually quite like it. It's not even that bad. Do you like it?
What, the game?
Yeah. I quite like it. I don't think it's that bad. You made it sound worse. So it is actually pretty busy everywhere in the hostel. So I've just popped out into the corridor because I was going to say flatmates, the people in my hostel are sleeping. So I'm going to end this vlog here. This is the first vlog, but it was more of like a travel and like settle in with me, just because I didn't want to have it as like a totally just Melbourne vlog with no travel, because travel is a big part of getting to Australia. That was a huge part of my journey, and I obviously did have a bit of a negative experience in the airport. However, since getting here I've had a really positive experience. Hostel staying is something totally different. I've never done this before. Everybody I've met has been really welcoming though, and I think I've been so lucky in that my group are so nice. You've already met quite a few of them, and the experience in my opinion is quite similar to like going on holiday with your friends crossed with like student living and like freshers. It's like getting to know everybody at freshers week again. It's similar to university. I do feel awkward about vlogging. The whole YouTube thing is a bit of a weird one because I hate bringing it up. I will not mention it, but then obviously I want to film as much as I can, which is why the vlog has been quite bitty. I'm hoping as these vlogs go on I do get a little bit more confident, but I hope you can understand that it's a bit awkward and it's a bit weird, and a lot of people don't understand it or don't really get it, and that's totally chill. But I'm gonna end this video here. I'm starting my tour with Welcome to Travel tomorrow, so that is the reason that I'm in Melbourne. It's a 7-day tour. We go on a little 2-day trip to somewhere else. I think it's like down south, maybe Mornington Peninsula. I don't know. I'm gonna end this here. If you've enjoyed the first Australia vlog, give it a thumbs up, and I shall be back tomorrow with another one. I'm gonna go to sleep now because I'm still incredibly jet lagged. Jet lag is something I'm suffering with very badly. This is my 3rd day here and I'm still falling asleep at 5 p.m. Great. Just before I go, I wanted to tell you guys about the giveaway I'm currently holding on Instagram. I'm going to be posting a giveaway every single weekend when the Australia videos go live. All you have to do is head over there to see how you could be in with a chance of winning whatever I'm giving away this week. But it'll be super, super easy. So my Instagram is always linked below, but it's also on screen here.